Welcome to Wisdom Audiobooks. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to live as if nothing can bother them, while others are easily shaken by the smallest criticisms or setbacks? The truth is, this ability isn't just luck, it's a skill that can be learned. In this audiobook, Learn to Act as If Nothing Bothers You, we will uncover the secrets to mastering emotional control, building resilience, and living a life free from the burdens of negativity. Introduction. The audiobook Learn to Act as If Nothing Bothers You is written and published by Wisdom Audiobooks. Let's face it, life is full of challenges. Whether it's pressure from work, criticism from others, or the constant comparison on social media, many of us feel overwhelmed by external forces. We often find ourselves losing confidence, feeling hurt, or even questioning our worth. Over time, these emotions can weigh us down, making it harder to focus on what truly matters, our goals, happiness, and peace of mind. I understand how frustrating it can be to feel like you're constantly at the mercy of other people's opinions or circumstances beyond your control. I've been there too. But here's the good news, you have the power to change that. This audiobook was created with you in mind, with deep empathy for the struggles you face and a genuine desire to help you overcome them. In the next hour, you'll discover practical strategies, powerful insights, and inspiring stories that will empower you to take charge of your emotions and mindset. You'll learn how to build unshakable confidence, cultivate inner strength, and develop the art of indifference, not ignoring the world, but choosing what truly deserves your attention. By listening to this audiobook in its entirety, you'll gain tools you can immediately apply to transform your life. As Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's exactly what we aim to achieve together. Your wisdom journey starts here. Chapter 1. Understanding the Power of Emotional Control. In this chapter, we'll delve into the foundation of emotional mastery, understanding and controlling your emotions. Why is this so important? Because our emotions shape how we think, act, and react to the world around us. They can either propel us toward success or hold us back in fear and frustration. As Aristotle famously said, "Anyone can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not easy." Emotional control isn't about suppressing your feelings. It's about learning to manage them wisely. By mastering this skill, you'll gain the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Let's explore why emotional control matters, what causes emotional vulnerability, and how you can begin taking charge of your inner world. 1. The impact of emotions on behavior and decisions. Let's start by acknowledging a simple truth. Emotions drive almost everything we do. Whether consciously or unconsciously, they influence our decisions, relationships, and even our health. Think about it. How many times have you made a choice out of anger, fear, or excitement, only to regret it later? For example, imagine receiving harsh criticism from your boss during a meeting. If you're not careful, that initial surge of defensiveness might lead you to lash out, quit your job prematurely, or spiral into self-doubt. None of these reactions serve you well in the long run. On the other hand, if you pause and process your emotions first, you might realize there's valuable feedback hidden within the critique. Research shows that people who excel at regulating their emotions tend to make better decisions and maintain healthier relationships. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that individuals with high emotional intelligence experience less stress and achieve greater career satisfaction. So, how exactly do emotions affect our behavior? Emotional hijacking, this term, coined by psychologist Daniel Goleman, refers to moments when emotions override logic. When this happens, the amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for processing emotions, takes over, bypassing rational thinking. It's why we sometimes say or do things we later regret. The ripple effect. One negative emotion can trigger a chain reaction. For instance, feeling rejected might lead to self-doubt, which then affects your performance at work, creating a cycle of negativity. Here's the key takeaway. Emotions aren't inherently bad, they're natural. However, failing to manage them effectively can sabotage your goals and happiness. The good news? You can learn to take back control. 2. Why are we so vulnerable to negative emotions? Now that we understand the impact of emotions, let's examine why some people are more emotionally vulnerable than others. There are several factors at play here, ranging from personality traits to external influences. A. Personality traits. Some individuals are naturally more sensitive or empathetic, which makes them more attuned to their surroundings. While this sensitivity can be a strength, it allows for deep connections and creativity. It also means they're more susceptible to feeling hurt by criticism or rejection. B. External influences. Our environment plays a significant role in shaping our emotional responses. Growing up in a household where criticism was common, for instance, might condition someone to internalize negativity. Similarly, social media amplifies feelings of inadequacy by constantly exposing us to curated versions of other people's lives. C. Lack of emotional awareness. Many of us struggle because we don't fully understand our own emotions. We suppress them instead of addressing them, hoping they'll go away. Unfortunately, unacknowledged emotions tend to resurface stronger than before. To illustrate this point, consider Maya Angelou's words. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. She reminds us that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can choose how we respond. And that starts with awareness. 3. Your first step toward emotional mastery: recognizing and managing emotions. So, how do you begin gaining control over your emotions? Here's a step-by-step guide to help you get started. Step 1. Practice emotional awareness. The first step is identifying your emotions as they arise. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? For example, if you feel anxious before a presentation, dig deeper. Is it fear of failure, judgment, or something else? Naming your emotions reduces their intensity and gives you clarity. Step 2. Pause before reacting. When faced with a challenging situation, resist the urge to react immediately. Take a few deep breaths to calm your nervous system. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping you regain composure. Try this exercise. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and exhale for another 4 seconds. Repeat until you feel centered. Step 3. Reframe negative thoughts. Negative thoughts often fuel destructive emotions. Instead of dwelling on worst-case scenarios, challenge them with evidence-based reasoning. For instance, if you think, "I'll never succeed," counter it with, "I've overcome challenges before, and I can do it again." Step 4. Develop healthy coping mechanisms. Find activities that help you release pent-up emotions constructively. Journaling, exercising, meditating, or talking to a trusted friend are all excellent options. These practices not only improve your mood but also build resilience over time. To reinforce this concept, let me share a powerful story. 4. Inspiring story: Viktor Frankl's triumph over adversity. One of the most inspiring examples of emotional control comes from psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, author of Man's Search for Meaning. During World War II, Frankl endured unimaginable suffering in Nazi concentration camps. Despite witnessing horrors daily, he discovered a profound truth. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. Frankl realized that while he couldn't control his circumstances, he could control his mindset. He focused on finding meaning in his pain, imagining himself lecturing about his experiences after the war. This sense of purpose sustained him through unimaginable hardships. His story teaches us that no matter how dire the situation, we always retain the freedom to choose our attitude. 5. Practical tips for daily emotional control. Let's wrap up this chapter with actionable advice you can implement today. Start small. Practice recognizing your emotions in low-stakes situations. For example, notice how you feel when someone cuts you off in traffic. Use these moments as opportunities to practice staying calm. Set boundaries. Protect your mental space by limiting exposure to toxic influences, whether it's negative people or excessive screen time. Celebrate progress. Acknowledge every small victory along the way. Did you handle a difficult conversation without losing your temper? That's worth celebrating. Remember Nelson Mandela's wisdom. It always seems impossible until it's done. Building emotional resilience takes time, but each step forward brings you closer to living a life where nothing bothers you unnecessarily. And that concludes Chapter 1 of Learn to Act as If Nothing Bothers You. You now have a solid understanding of why emotional control matters, the root causes of emotional vulnerability, and practical strategies to start mastering your emotions. Chapter 2: Building Mental Resilience. In this chapter, we'll explore the art of developing an unshakable mindset, a cornerstone of living a life free from unnecessary stress and negativity. What exactly is mental resilience? It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and maintain focus on your goals despite challenges. Think of it as the armor that protects you from life's inevitable storms. While some people seem naturally resilient, the truth is that this skill can be cultivated by anyone willing to put in the effort. As Helen Keller once said, "Although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of the overcoming of it." This chapter will equip you with practical tools and strategies to overcome adversity, build inner strength, and thrive no matter what life throws your way. Let's dive in. 1. The elements of mental resilience. Before we discuss how to develop mental resilience, let's break down its key components. Understanding these elements will give you a clearer roadmap for your personal growth journey. A. Positive thinking. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring problems or pretending everything is fine when it's not. Instead, it's about adopting a constructive perspective that focuses on solutions rather than obstacles. For example, instead of thinking, "This project is impossible," reframe it as, "This project will push me to grow and learn new skills." The benefits of positive thinking are backed by science. A study conducted at the University of North Carolina found that individuals who practiced gratitude and optimism experienced lower levels of stress and improved overall well-being. B. Adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan. Whether it's a sudden job loss, a health issue, or a global crisis, unexpected events are part of the human experience. Resilient individuals don't resist change, they embrace it. They view challenges as opportunities to evolve and become stronger. C. Self-confidence. Believing in yourself is crucial for resilience. When you trust your abilities, you're less likely to crumble under pressure. Confidence doesn't mean you won't feel fear, it means you'll act courageously despite it. To illustrate this point, consider Winston Churchill's famous words. "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." Courage is the bridge between fear and action, and it's a trait you can nurture through consistent effort. 2. How to cultivate mental resilience. Now that we've identified the building blocks of resilience, let's discuss how to develop them. Below are actionable steps you can take to strengthen your mental fortitude. Step 1. Start with small challenges. Building resilience is like strengthening a muscle. You need to start small and gradually increase the intensity. Begin by stepping out of your comfort zone in manageable ways. For instance, say yes to a task that intimidates you but aligns with your goals. Take on a new hobby or skill that requires patience and persistence. Each time you successfully navigate a challenge, you reinforce your belief in your ability to handle future difficulties. Step 2. Reframe failure as feedback. Failure is one of the greatest teachers, if you're willing to listen. Too often, we view mistakes as evidence of inadequacy. However, resilient people see failure as a stepping stone to success. Take Thomas Edison, for example. After thousands of failed attempts to invent the light bulb, he famously remarked, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His attitude demonstrates the power of reframing setbacks as valuable lessons. Here's a simple exercise to help you adopt this mindset. Write down a recent failure or setback. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How can I apply this knowledge moving forward? By shifting your perspective, you transform failure into fuel for growth. Step 3. Practice gratitude daily. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity. It shifts your focus from what's lacking in your life to what's abundant. Research shows that practicing gratitude increases happiness, reduces stress, and enhances resilience. Start a daily gratitude journal. Each evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. They don't have to be monumental. Simple joys like a warm cup of coffee or a kind word from a friend count too. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to seek positivity even in tough times. 3. Inspiring story: The Resilience of Malala Yousafzai. To truly understand the power of resilience, let's look at one of the most inspiring examples in modern history, Malala Yousafzai. At just 15 years old, Malala survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban for advocating girls' education in Pakistan. Instead of letting fear silence her, she emerged stronger than ever, becoming a global symbol of courage and determination. In her memoir, I Am Malala, she writes, "When the whole world is silent, even one voice becomes powerful." Her story teaches us that resilience isn't about avoiding pain, it's about rising above it with purpose and conviction. Despite unimaginable adversity, Malala refused to give up on her mission. Today, she continues to inspire millions through her advocacy work and unwavering optimism. Malala's journey reminds us that resilience often stems from a deeper sense of meaning. When you're connected to a purpose greater than yourself, setbacks lose their power to derail you. Ask yourself, what drives me? What impact do I want to create in the world? Anchoring your actions in purpose will fuel your resilience during tough times. 4. Advanced strategies for strengthening mental resilience. Now that we've explored foundational practices and drawn inspiration from real-life heroes, let's dive into more advanced techniques to fortify your mental resilience. These strategies are designed to help you stay grounded and focused, no matter how turbulent life becomes. A. Develop a growth mindset. Psychologist Carol Dweck coined the term, growth mindset, to describe the belief that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist in the face of obstacles, and view effort as a path to mastery. Here's how to cultivate a growth mindset. Replace fixed statements like, "I'm not good at this," with, "I'm learning how to improve." Celebrate progress, no matter how small. Each step forward reinforces your belief in growth. B. Build a support network. Resilience doesn't mean going it alone. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals can make all the difference during difficult times. Whether it's family, friends, mentors, or colleagues, having people who uplift and encourage you strengthens your resolve. Consider Oprah Winfrey's perspective. Surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Seek out relationships that challenge you to grow while providing emotional safety and understanding. C. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, is a powerful tool for building resilience. It helps you detach from overwhelming thoughts and emotions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Start with short mindfulness exercises. Spend 5 minutes each day focusing on your breath. Notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring your attention back to your breathing without judgment. Over time, mindfulness trains your brain to remain calm under pressure. Studies show that regular mindfulness practice reduces anxiety, improves focus, and enhances emotional regulation, all essential components of resilience. 5. Maintaining resilience in everyday life. Building resilience is a lifelong process, but there are simple habits you can incorporate into your daily routine to sustain it. Here are some practical tips. Prioritize self-care. Physical health directly impacts mental strength. Ensure you're getting enough sleep, eating nutritious meals, and staying active. A healthy body supports a resilient mind. Rejecting perfectionism. Perfectionism breeds fear of failure and stifles creativity. Focus on progress, not perfection. Visualize success. Spend a few minutes each day imagining yourself overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. Visualization primes your brain for success and boosts confidence. As Maya Angelou wisely said, "You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated." Resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about persevering through it with grace and grit. Closing thoughts for Chapter 2. Congratulations, you've reached the end of Chapter 2, Building Mental Resilience. You now have a comprehensive toolkit for developing unshakable strength, from practicing gratitude and reframing failure to cultivating a growth mindset and embracing mindfulness. Remember, resilience isn't built overnight. It's the result of consistent effort and a commitment to personal growth. As we transition into Chapter 3, where we'll explore the art of indifference, keep this in mind: resilience is the foundation upon which all other skills are built. Without it, even the best strategies fall flat. But with it, you become unstoppable. Chapter 3: Mastering the Art of Indifference. In this chapter, we'll explore one of the most misunderstood yet powerful concepts in emotional mastery: indifference. When I say indifference, I'm not talking about apathy or disengagement. True indifference is a conscious choice to let go of what doesn't serve you, to rise above negativity, distractions, and unnecessary stress. It's about focusing your energy on what truly matters while releasing the grip of external influences that drain your peace of mind. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This chapter will teach you how to cultivate healthy indifference, differentiate it from ignorance, and use it as a tool for empowerment. Let's begin by understanding the distinction between these two concepts. 1. Differentiating between indifference and ignorance. Before diving into techniques, it's crucial to clarify what indifference is and what it isn't. Many people confuse indifference with ignorance, assuming it means turning a blind eye to reality. However, they couldn't be more different. What is healthy indifference? Healthy indifference is the ability to detach emotionally from situations, opinions, or outcomes that don't align with your values or goals. It's about recognizing what deserves your attention and what doesn't. For example, if someone criticizes you unfairly, indifference allows you to acknowledge their words without letting them affect your self-worth. This form of indifference empowers you to conserve mental energy for things that truly matter: your dreams, relationships, and personal growth. What is ignorance? Ignorance, on the other hand, involves willful disregard or denial of facts. It's refusing to address problems or pretending everything is fine when it's not. Ignorance leads to stagnation, whereas healthy indifference fosters progress by helping you prioritize effectively. To illustrate this difference, consider Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy. The future depends on what you do today. Indifference doesn't mean ignoring injustice. It means choosing battles wisely and focusing on actions that create meaningful change. 2. Techniques for cultivating healthy indifference. Now that we've clarified the concept, let's discuss practical ways to develop healthy indifference. These techniques will help you filter out noise and focus on what truly matters. Focus on your big picture goals. One of the best ways to practice indifference is to keep your long-term vision in mind. When you're clear about your priorities, minor setbacks or criticisms lose their power to distract you. For instance, imagine you're working on a major project at work. A colleague makes an offhand comment questioning your abilities. Instead of dwelling on their words, remind yourself of your ultimate goal: delivering exceptional results. By zooming out and focusing on the bigger picture, you neutralize the impact of negativity. Here's an exercise to reinforce this mindset. Write down your top 3 life goals. Whenever you encounter something that threatens to upset you, ask yourself, does this align with my goals? Will it matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, let it go. Learn to detach from external validation. Many of us crave approval from others, whether it's likes on social media, praise from colleagues, or acceptance from friends. While validation feels good temporarily, relying on it for happiness creates dependency, a recipe for disappointment. Healthy indifference teaches you to find validation within yourself. Start by asking, am I proud of my efforts? Does this action reflect my values? When you base your worth on internal standards rather than external feedback, you become immune to superficial judgments. Consider Eleanor Roosevelt's wisdom. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. You hold the key to your emotional freedom. Choose to withhold consent from negativity. C. Practice the pause before reacting technique. When faced with criticism or adversity, resist the urge to react immediately. Instead, take a moment to pause and assess the situation objectively. Ask yourself, is this worth my time and energy? Will responding improve the situation, or will it escalate conflict? By delaying your reaction, you give yourself space to respond thoughtfully, or decide not to respond at all. Sometimes silence is the most powerful form of indifference. 3. Inspiring story: The Indifference of Abraham Lincoln. To truly grasp the power of indifference, let's turn to one of history's greatest leaders, Abraham Lincoln. Throughout his presidency, Lincoln faced relentless criticism, political opposition, and personal tragedies. Yet, he maintained an unshakable focus on his mission to preserve the Union and end slavery. Lincoln famously said, "Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends?" His approach wasn't about ignoring his critics. It was about refusing to let their negativity derail him. Instead of engaging in petty disputes, he channeled his energy into meaningful actions that aligned with his vision for America. One notable example occurred during the Civil War. When General George McClellan repeatedly disobeyed Lincoln's orders and publicly criticized his leadership, many expected Lincoln to retaliate. Instead, he remained indifferent to McClellan's behavior, focusing solely on the larger goal of winning the war. This ability to rise above distractions ultimately contributed to his success as a leader. Lincoln's story teaches us that indifference isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about prioritizing purpose over pride. By letting go of what doesn't matter, you create space for what does. 4. Advanced strategies for mastering indifference. Now that we've explored foundational techniques and drawn inspiration from historical figures, let's delve into more advanced strategies to deepen your mastery of indifference. These practices will help you navigate complex situations with grace and clarity. A. Develop emotional distance through perspective. One of the most effective ways to cultivate indifference is to adopt a broader perspective. When you zoom out and view challenges through the lens of time, they often appear smaller than they initially seemed. Here's a simple exercise to practice this. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Will this current issue still matter? If not, remind yourself that its significance is temporary. This technique helps you detach emotionally and respond with greater objectivity. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Keeping mortality in mind reminds us to invest our energy wisely. B. Reframe criticism as feedback. Criticism can be painful, but it doesn't have to define you. Healthy indifference allows you to separate constructive feedback from baseless negativity. Here's how to reframe criticism effectively. Ask yourself, is this person trying to help me grow, or are they projecting their own insecurities? For constructive feedback, thank the critic and use their input to improve. For baseless negativity, dismiss it without internalizing it. By reframing criticism, you transform it from a threat into an opportunity for growth, or simply ignore it altogether. C. Practice selective engagement. Not every battle is worth fighting. Indifference empowers you to choose which conflicts deserve your attention and which ones don't. This principle applies to both personal and professional relationships. For example, if a coworker spreads rumors about you, engaging in gossip only fuels the fire. Instead, maintain your dignity by staying focused on your work and letting your results speak for themselves. Over time, people will recognize your strength and integrity. As Bruce Lee once said, "It's not the daily increase but the daily decrease." Hack away at the unessential. By eliminating distractions, you create room for what truly matters. 5. Practical tips for everyday indifference. Mastering indifference requires consistent practice. Here are some actionable tips to integrate into your daily routine. Limit social media consumption. Platforms like Instagram and Facebook often amplify comparison and negativity. Set boundaries around your usage, such as designated scroll-free hours. Create a let-go list. Each evening, write down 3 things you're choosing to release, whether it's a grudge, a worry, or a toxic relationship. This ritual reinforces your commitment to indifference. Focus on contribution. Shift your attention from seeking approval to making a positive impact. Ask yourself, how can I add value today? When you focus outward, self-centered concerns fade into the background. Closing thoughts for Chapter 3. Congratulations, you've reached the end of Chapter 3, Mastering the Art of Indifference. You now understand how to differentiate healthy indifference from ignorance, apply practical techniques to cultivate it, and harness its power to live a more peaceful and purposeful life. Indifference isn't about shutting out the world, it's about filtering out noise so you can focus on what truly matters. As you move forward, remember Albert Schweitzer's words. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Let indifference guide you toward happiness by freeing you from unnecessary burdens. Chapter 4. Cultivating Confidence and Inner Strength. In this chapter, we'll explore the twin pillars of unshakable self-assurance, confidence, and inner strength. These qualities are not innate. They are cultivated through deliberate effort and consistent practice. Confidence is the belief in your abilities, while inner strength is the resilience to face challenges without wavering. Together, they form the foundation of living a life where external circumstances no longer dictate your peace of mind. As Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." This chapter will equip you with practical tools and strategies to build unwavering confidence and tap into the wellspring of strength within you. Let's dive in. 1. The foundations of confidence. Before we discuss how to build confidence, let's break down its essential components. Understanding these elements will give you a clearer roadmap for your personal growth journey. A. Knowledge and skills. Confidence often stems from competence. The more knowledgeable and skilled you are in a particular area, the more confident you'll feel navigating it. For example, a musician who has practiced their craft for years naturally feels assured performing on stage. To boost your confidence, focus on continuous learning and skill development. Whether it's mastering a new language, excelling at your job, or honing a hobby, each step forward reinforces your belief in your capabilities. B. Experience and small wins. Confidence grows incrementally through experience. Every time you overcome a challenge or achieve a goal, no matter how small, you build evidence that you're capable of handling future obstacles. Consider this: if you've successfully completed a difficult project at work, you'll approach the next one with greater assurance. These small wins compound over time, creating a solid foundation of self-trust. C. Self-talk and affirmations. The way you speak to yourself profoundly impacts your confidence. Negative self-talk erodes it, while positive affirmations strengthen it. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering statements rewires your mindset for success. For instance, instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," tell yourself, "I am constantly improving and growing." Over time, this shift in dialogue transforms your inner narrative. 2. Building inner strength through resilience. While confidence is about believing in yourself, inner strength is about enduring life's storms without breaking. It's the quiet power that allows you to persevere when things get tough. A. Developing emotional endurance. Inner strength begins with emotional endurance, the ability to withstand discomfort and adversity without losing hope. Like physical muscles, emotional endurance is built through consistent exposure to challenges. Start by embracing discomfort in small doses. For example, take on tasks that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. Practice patience during frustrating situations, such as waiting in long lines or dealing with technical issues. Each time you navigate discomfort successfully, you strengthen your emotional resilience. B. Connecting with your core values. Your values act as an anchor during turbulent times. When you're aligned with your core principles, you draw strength from knowing who you are and what you stand for. Take a moment to reflect on your values. Are they honesty, kindness, perseverance, or something else? Write them down and revisit them regularly. Whenever you face a challenge, ask yourself, does this align with my values? Staying true to your principles bolsters your inner strength. C. Practicing self-compassion. Inner strength isn't about being invincible, It's about treating yourself with kindness during difficult moments. Self-compassion involves acknowledging your struggles without judgment and offering yourself the same care you'd extend to a friend. Research shows that self-compassionate individuals recover faster from setbacks and maintain higher levels of motivation. Instead of berating yourself for mistakes, remind yourself, "I'm human and I'm doing my best." 3. Inspiring story: The Unwavering Confidence of Serena Williams. To truly understand the power of confidence and inner strength, let's look at one of the greatest athletes of all time, Serena Williams. Throughout her career, Serena has faced countless challenges: racism, sexism, injuries, and even life-threatening health issues. Yet, she has consistently risen above adversity, fueled by an unshakable belief in herself and her abilities. Serena once said, "I really think a champion is defined not by their wins but by how they can recover when they fall." Her journey demonstrates that confidence isn't about never failing, it's about getting back up every time you do. One notable moment occurred during the 2018 French Open. Despite battling a severe knee injury, Serena competed with determination, refusing to let pain or criticism define her performance. Though she didn't win the tournament, her resilience inspired millions around the world. Serena's story reminds us that true strength lies in perseverance and self-belief, even when the odds are stacked against you. 4. Advanced strategies for cultivating confidence and inner strength. Now that we've explored foundational principles and drawn inspiration from real-life heroes, let's delve into advanced strategies to deepen your confidence and inner strength. These techniques will help you navigate life's challenges with grace and determination. A. Visualize success. Visualization is a powerful tool for building confidence. By mentally rehearsing successful outcomes, you prime your brain to perform at its best. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and performers alike use this technique to enhance their performance. Here's how to practice visualization effectively. Close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving a specific goal. Picture every detail, the sights, sounds, and emotions associated with success. Feel the pride and satisfaction of accomplishment as if it's already happened. For example, if you're preparing for a job interview, visualize yourself answering questions confidently and leaving a positive impression. This mental rehearsal boosts your self-assurance and prepares you for real-world scenarios. B. Surround yourself with positivity. The people you surround yourself with significantly influence your mindset. Positive, supportive individuals uplift and encourage you, while negative influences drain your energy and confidence. As Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Evaluate your social circle and ensure it includes people who inspire and motivate you. If someone consistently brings negativity into your life, consider setting boundaries or distancing yourself. C. Practice gratitude for strengths. Confidence grows when you focus on your strengths rather than dwelling on weaknesses. Regularly acknowledging what you're good at reinforces a positive self-image. Start a strengths journal, where you write down 3 things you excel at each day. For instance, I communicated my ideas clearly during the team meeting. I stayed calm under pressure when handling a difficult client. By celebrating your strengths, you shift your focus from lack to abundance, fostering greater self-assurance. 5. Practical tips for everyday confidence and inner strength. Building confidence and inner strength is a lifelong process, but there are simple habits you can incorporate into your daily routine to sustain them. Here are some actionable tips. Adopt power poses. Research by psychologist Amy Cuddy shows that standing in confident postures, like hands on hips or sitting tall, boosts testosterone levels and reduces cortisol, enhancing feelings of power and assurance. Spend 2 minutes in a power pose before important events like meetings or presentations. Set realistic goals. Break larger objectives into smaller, achievable steps. Each milestone reached reinforces your confidence and builds momentum toward bigger achievements. Celebrate progress, not perfection. Instead of waiting for flawless results, acknowledge incremental progress. Did you take a step toward your goal today? That's worth celebrating. Practice mindful breathing. When faced with stress or anxiety, pause and take deep breaths. This calms your nervous system and restores clarity, helping you respond with strength rather than react impulsively. Closing thoughts for Chapter 4. You now have a comprehensive toolkit for building unwavering self-assurance and resilience. From visualizing success and surrounding yourself with positivity to practicing gratitude and adopting power poses, these strategies empower you to face life's challenges head-on. As you continue your journey, remember Maya Angelou's timeless wisdom. You alone are enough. You have nothing to prove to anybody. True confidence comes from within. It's about embracing who you are and trusting your ability to overcome obstacles. Chapter 5. Applying what you've learned in real life. Welcome to the final chapter of Learn to Act as if nothing bothers you, applying what you've learned in real life. In this chapter, we'll bring together all the tools and strategies you've acquired throughout this audiobook and show you how to implement them effectively in your everyday life. Knowledge is powerful, but it's only through action that transformation truly occurs. This chapter will guide you step by step on how to take the lessons from emotional control, resilience, indifference, confidence, and inner strength and turn them into tangible habits. As Aristotle wisely said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. Let's explore how to make these principles a natural part of your daily routine so you can live a life where nothing bothers you unnecessarily. 1. Steps to apply emotional control in daily life. Emotional control is the foundation of living with peace and purpose. Here's how you can apply it consistently in real-world scenarios. A. Start small with everyday challenges. Begin by practicing emotional awareness in low-stakes situations. For example, when someone cuts you off in traffic, pause before reacting. Take a deep breath and remind yourself, this moment doesn't define my day. If you receive constructive criticism at work, resist the urge to defend yourself immediately. Instead, listen carefully and ask clarifying questions. By addressing minor emotional triggers first, you build the muscle memory needed to handle larger challenges calmly. B. Use the pause and reflect technique. Whenever you feel overwhelmed or triggered, use the following steps. 1. Pause, take a few seconds to breathe deeply. 2. Reflect, ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is it justified? 3. Respond, choose a thoughtful response instead of an impulsive reaction. For instance, if a friend cancels plans last minute and you feel hurt, pause to reflect. Are they dealing with their own struggles? Could there be a reason beyond your control? This perspective helps you respond with empathy rather than frustration. C. Create an emotional toolkit. Develop a set of go-to practices for managing emotions. Journaling. Write down your thoughts to process them more clearly. Physical activity. Go for a walk or hit the gym to release pent-up energy. Music therapy. Listen to calming or uplifting music to shift your mood. These tools provide immediate relief during stressful moments, helping you regain balance quickly. 2. Applying resilience to overcome real-life challenges. Resilience is your ability to bounce back from setbacks and adapt to change. Here's how you can apply it effectively in everyday situations. A. Reframe setbacks as opportunities. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Instead of viewing setbacks as failures, reframe them as chances to learn and grow. For example, if you didn't get the promotion you were hoping for at work, ask yourself, what skills can I improve? How can I prepare better for the next opportunity? By shifting your mindset, you turn disappointment into motivation. B. Build a routine that supports resilience. Consistency is key to maintaining resilience. Incorporate these habits into your daily life. Morning reflection. Spend 5 minutes visualizing a successful day ahead. Evening gratitude. Write down 3 things you're thankful for before bed. Weekly check-in. Assess your progress toward goals and adjust as needed. These small rituals create a strong foundation for handling adversity with grace. C. Lean on your support system. During tough times, don't hesitate to reach out to trusted friends, family, or mentors. Sharing your struggles not only lightens the emotional load but also provides fresh perspectives. As Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." Surrounding yourself with supportive people amplifies your ability to overcome obstacles. 3. Practicing indifference in everyday interactions. Indifference, when practiced healthily, allows you to conserve energy for what truly matters. Here's how to apply it in real-life scenarios. A. Filter out unnecessary noise. Not every opinion or criticism deserves your attention. Train yourself to differentiate between constructive feedback and baseless negativity. For instance, if a social media comment upsets you, remind yourself, does this person truly know me? Do their words align with my values? If the answer is no, let it go without engaging further. B. Focus on what you can control. Indifference empowers you to direct your energy toward actionable steps rather than wasting time on things beyond your control. For example, if traffic delays your commute, focus on enjoying music or podcasts instead of stressing about the delay. If a colleague spreads rumors, channel your efforts into delivering excellent work rather than defending yourself. This mindset shift reduces frustration and increases productivity. C. Practice detachment without disengagement. Healthy indifference doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means addressing them objectively. For example, if a team member misses a deadline, approach the situation calmly. Instead of assigning blame, ask, how can we solve this issue moving forward? This approach fosters collaboration while maintaining your peace of mind. 4. Building confidence through action. Confidence grows through consistent action. Here's how to apply it in practical ways. A. Take initiative in low-risk situations. Start by taking small risks that push you slightly out of your comfort zone. For example, volunteer to lead a meeting at work. Share your ideas during group discussions, even if they feel unconventional. Each success builds momentum, making bigger challenges feel more manageable over time. B. Celebrate every win, big or small. Acknowledge your achievements, no matter how minor they may seem. Did you speak up in a meeting today? That's progress. Did you complete a challenging task? Celebrate it. By recognizing your wins, you reinforce positive behavior and boost your confidence for future endeavors. C. Surround yourself with positivity. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your confidence. Seek out people who uplift and inspire you. Avoid those who drain your energy or undermine your efforts. As Oprah Winfrey once said, surround yourself with only people who are going to lift you higher. Cultivate relationships that nurture your growth and self-belief. 5. Strengthening inner strength through daily practices. Inner strength is the quiet power that sustains you during life's storms. Here's how to integrate it into your daily routine. A. Practice self-compassion during difficult times. When faced with failure or rejection, treat yourself with kindness. Remind yourself, I'm human, and mistakes are part of growth. Avoid harsh self-criticism, which only weakens your resolve. B. Develop a growth mindset. Adopt the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, reframe it as, I'm improving every day. This mindset fosters resilience and determination. C. Stay grounded in your values. Your values act as a compass during turbulent times. Regularly revisit them to ensure your actions align with your principles. For example, if honesty is one of your core values, prioritize transparency in all your interactions, even when it's difficult. Closing thoughts for Chapter 5. Congratulations, you've reached the end of Learn to Act as if nothing bothers you. Over the past 5 chapters, you've gained invaluable insights into emotional control, resilience, indifference, confidence, and inner strength. More importantly, you now have practical strategies to apply these principles in your daily life. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to growth. As you move forward, keep these words from Nelson Mandela close to your heart. It always seems impossible until it's done. You have everything you need to live a life where nothing bothers you unnecessarily. Trust in your journey, stay consistent with your practices, and watch as you become unstoppable. Audiobook conclusion. As we wrap up this audiobook, let's take a moment to recap the key lessons you've learned throughout our journey together. Emotional control. You now understand how to recognize and manage your emotions effectively. By pausing before reacting and reframing negative thoughts, you can navigate challenges with calmness and clarity. Mental resilience. Building resilience has equipped you with the tools to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to change, and maintain focus on your goals. Remember, resilience is not about avoiding pain, it's about rising above it. The art of indifference. Healthy indifference allows you to let go of what doesn't serve you, freeing up mental space for what truly matters. It's about filtering out noise and focusing on your purpose. Confidence and inner strength. Confidence grows through action, small wins, and self-belief. Inner strength comes from staying grounded in your values and practicing self-compassion during tough times. Real-life application. The strategies shared in Chapter 5 provide actionable steps to integrate these principles into your daily life, ensuring lasting transformation. These lessons are not just theories. They're practical tools designed to empower you to live a life where nothing bothers you unnecessarily. Now that you have the knowledge, it's time to put it into practice. Change begins with action, and I encourage you to take the first step today. Start small, whether it's practicing deep breathing when you feel overwhelmed, reframing a negative thought, or setting a realistic goal. Each small effort compounds over time, leading to profound growth. Remember, progress is rarely linear. There will be days when you stumble, and that's okay. What matters most is your determination to keep moving forward. As Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts." You have within you everything you need to overcome obstacles, build unshakable confidence, and create a life filled with peace and purpose. Trust yourself, stay consistent, and don't give up. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are worth every step. Before we part ways, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for joining me on this wisdom journey. Your willingness to invest your time and energy into personal growth inspires me deeply. Thank you for listening to Learn to Act as if nothing bothers you. If you found value in this audiobook, I'd be incredibly grateful if you could support Wisdom Audiobooks by liking, sharing this video, and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us continue creating content that empowers and uplifts others. And remember, your journey doesn't end here. Keep exploring, learning, and growing. Together, we can build a community of resilient, confident, and purpose-driven individuals. Thank you once again, and until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and keep shining.